All right, well, here we are again, TheStromads, Robb and Maureen. We keep getting some questions about our nomad life, and we thought we'd kind of like to discuss them. People want to know, you've been out there for a long time, you're full-time on the road, you sold everything, and how did you do that? What were your success tips? So we're going to share what we think are 3 tips for being successful on the road. And really, there are 3 tips for being successful in anything you do in life that is worthwhile. So tell us, Maureen, what do you think?
So the first tip that we have tonight is commitment. You gotta be committed. Whatever it is you're gonna do, you cannot be half-assed about it. If you're gonna go into something and say, yeah, I'm gonna start a business, I'm gonna start a family, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna exercise, I'm going to be a full-time nomad, you got to have a commitment. So you've got to do what you want to see, what you want to see. So one of the things that we thought back in the day, God, 20 years ago, with our commitment was we are going to do whatever it takes to be in business together. We both had conventional jobs. Robb then left his conventional job. Robb and I got together. Robb had already started Fast Action Motorsports. Many of you know that is our company where we travel the country with our motorsports equipment, and we bring a lot of joy to a lot of people. Well, we did up until COVID. One of the things that we knew, well, at least I knew, from the very beginning, that in order to have a successful life together, our life together, was I was going to have to go on the road with you. And I know Robb probably thought, oh my God, are you kidding? That means if you go, you know who else is going to go. The 2 boys in tow. But my thought was, well, hell, you're going on the road, you're going out to all these really cool places all the time.
I'm on vacation.
You were going on vacation every day, and here I was working a conventional job that, by the way, I loved, but a conventional job, raising the boys, and then boom, you were leaving on the weekend and I was off. So my first thought was, no, that's not going to work for us. The commitment that I had to make was, I am going to join with you, and I am prepared to do whatever it takes to see this company succeed.
Well, that's it. I mean, the first part is decide. So Maureen decided that we were going to be together, we were going to be on the road, we agreed on that, and we decided what was it going to be like? What did we want to see? What did we want to do? What is this going to look like? We pondered that, and we had no idea what it really was going to be. And that's more on the business side and building a business, building a family, blending a family on the road. However, that's why we're kind of giving you this tip of commitment. Really put it out there. See what it is. What does it really look like to you? What does that commitment entail? Are you going to have to leave your job? Are you going to have to take your family? Are you going to have to figure out how to take your pets? What is that? But that commitment and that vision and that dream is what is going to begin the roadmap of success to your road life. So the first is commitment. For us, some of the things that worked were the fact that we both had a wanderlust. We both wanted to go. That wasn't an issue. That was the issue. I'm not staying home. That's not going to happen.
No.
So,
you're going to all these really cool places. I'm going too.
The second part of it was that it really dovetailed with our business. We had a business that was mobile, that was on the road, that we could intertwine with our wanderlust, support ourselves, at least we thought, and go out and see the world. And further on down the road, fast forward like 15 years, the commitment and the vision really improved our quality of life, because we decided that's when we went full-time in the RV. It decreased our drive time hours on the road because we sold our house. We weren't just coming back to clean the house, clean the hot tub, mow the grass, do all that stuff. It increased our comfort because now we were out of a hotel, we were out of uncomfortable furniture, uncomfortable beds, moving in and out, load in, load out every day. We've got a beautiful, comfortable, big 40-foot Class C RV. We've got leather recliners in there, a real tub, not a tub. We've got a shower.
We have a
We have a
shower.
shower,
We don't,
and we
I
got
had a real tub.
We have a porcelain toilet too, yeah. So you can get all kinds of cool stuff in there. It depends on what your comfort levels are. And the other big thing for us with the commitment and everything that we did was the fact that it gave us more quality time. More quality time for us together, more quality time for us to spend with our family and really create some experiences.
Some really, really unique experiences through the time. It's funny, I remember one of our first conversations way before we went full-time. This is when we were just part-time in a hotel. Oh gosh, every week in a hotel room with 4 people. I remember you asking me, so babe, do you think you could stay up all night and help me build cars? Do you see this in your life? And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. And don't you know, up until probably March of last year, that's what we did. We built cars middle of the night, still doing it. And when we have a gig, we're still up in the middle of the night. It's pretty funny how that one little question stays with me, but it's called commitment.
She committed, we did it, and that's the way it works. So what next?
So then you have to have clarity. And what does that actually mean? I think you have to be clear about your expectations of what road life might mean, what partnership might mean, what building a business with your partner might mean. Clarity, get clear on the things that you want. What do you think?
I think that's all true, and the more clarity you can get, the better you can define, the better it's going to be. Big thing is, if you're looking to do anything, you need to set a date. You need to, again, be committed, set that date, but be clear in that date and what it's going to take to get you there. Once you set the date, it helps you to establish and clearly define the steps that are going to be needed, that you're going to have to take to start to accomplish your dream or your goal. And as far as road life goes, you want to determine, how do you want to go? For 15 years, we went hotel, Airbnb, apartment, timeshare, because that fit with our lifestyle at that point in time, and it worked for us with what we had going on. Now, as our life changed, our circumstances changed, and we were able to move into an RV, which I just told you changed the quality of our life. And if you're selecting an RV, or you're going to do that, or a helicopter, however you want to travel, that's the cool thing about road life. You can figure out whatever works for you. And it's interesting, the helicopter's flying over, but we did know some fellas, a couple fellas that had helicopters, and that was their gig, man. They flew out on the weekends, they went, they did what they wanted to do, and they flew back in. So you can do it however you want to do it. Helicopter, you can do a van, you can do a boat, travel trailer, whatever. You figure out, how do you want to go? That's part of your clarity. And then kind of, how long do you want to stay? We, in the beginning, part of it was business, but part of it was just the way we were. We wanted to see everything. We wanted to see the whole world as fast as we could. So jackrabbit, bam, 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 we're moving, we're going, we're moving. Well, holy crap. Finally, we figured out that's probably not the way to go. So we slowed down a little bit, but then we had to figure out, oh, wait a minute, this is too long. We got to go. So our deal is 3 weeks.
Feel it at 3 weeks. We have been here in Orlando. Now we're going on our 4th week in Orlando. Thankfully it was in 2 separate areas, but boy oh boy have I had an itch this week. I'm ready to go. We have another week here, and who would want to leave sunshine and 70 degrees, 80 degrees, 90 yesterday to go back to the Northeast? Well, I do. I have some special things at home that I am missing a lot.
Well, that would be the reason, and that is the one and only reason for me, because I keep looking at the weather, and that calms my itch for right now, because I know where we're going. Once that month is up, that itch will be back. Well, what we did find, when I say a month, we found out, even though our itch is at 3 weeks, the money, the savings are at a month.
Yeah.
So we had to kind of compromise, stay a little bit longer, but save a little more money. But we became clear on that. That's how we want to travel.
And that is part of the commitment as well. Hey, we understand we have a budget. We understand the necessity for doing certain things at a certain time. I do want to tell one other little story about clarity and setting a timeline. When Rob and I decided, hey, this is go time, we got super clear. Boy, oh boy, we had 2 yard sales. We happened to, we had a lot of stuff we wanted to get rid of. We had 2 yard sales. One was on Memorial Day, the other was on Labor Day. We got rid of a ton of stuff. It's been about 4 years that we said, this is our drop down date. This is when we want to go on the road. And we got down and dirty. We fixed what we needed to fix. We sold what we needed to sell. We were right up to settlement date on our house. Our friend Sam, hi Sam, I hope you're out there, of EXP Realty. Sam was, I'm not really sure whether that's going to work or not. I said, Sam, this house is going to sell on this date. And sure enough, he got that house sold in 1 day. We just knew it was time to go.
Yeah, we were committed, and things came into place.
Clear.
We were clear, we had a timeline, and that moved right on into, once we decided to come out of the hotels, buy RVs, we had to have a timeline with our business that worked, and we had to set that up, and we had to know, okay, by X date, we have to have this thing and be rolling because we're working. We had a short window. We had to do our research. We had to be clear with that. We had to be clear with what the rig was we wanted, so we didn't make the wrong purchase. We didn't waste thousands of dollars on the wrong purchase, having to repurchase.
Tens of thousands of dollars.
True. So that's what had to happen. You've got to be clear. And we could talk about clarity for days on end. But what happens if you have commitment and you have clarity? Then what do you have?
Confidence to make the right decision, the right purchase, or not make the purchase. Maybe you want to just go into a beach house. Maybe you want a snowbird for 6 months. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is that you do, we want you to be prepared and be confident in that decision. We want you to make sure you do your homework. We want you to make sure that you know what you're getting into.
Confidence comes from a well-crafted, clear, and defined vision of yours,
intentions.
Not ours.
Yours.
Not the people on Facebook that have an opinion. You. And that's why it's important that you take the time to really get committed and get clear in what your perfect road life is.
So some of the things that people would tell us, first off, why didn't you do this sooner? Well, we didn't do it sooner because it didn't work for us. It didn't work for our lifestyle. It didn't work for our children, and it didn't work for us. Why didn't you could have bought this particular unit. Well, we knew that particular unit would not haul our equipment, much less house us. So that's why we stuck with what we did. And people will come at you, people will ask you, people will give you their opinions. Do your research.
The commitment, the clarity, and the confidence, that's what's going to keep you on the road or keep you going when obstacles and unexpected challenges will happen. And they do happen.
They do.
A lot of them. We've experienced accidents. We've experienced breakdowns. We've experienced death in our family. We've experienced devastating storms, COVID, the loss of our business and income. That has all happened while we've been on the road. And guess what? We're still out here. We're still making it happen. And we are still committed and enjoying and living our perfect RV life every day.
It's a fun life, and it works for us. And that is because we do. We have clarity, we have commitment, and we have confidence.
We've got it, and
We want you to have it.
We do. We want you to have that, because conversely, what's happened with all that stuff that we just talked about? We've traveled 49 states, 4 countries while we're on the road. We've had 3 grandkids. We've driven millions of miles and seen things that weren't even in our imagination or on our bucket list when we began. It's been a great life for us, and it can be a great life for you if you get committed, if you get clear, and you have the confidence, and you will if you're committed and clear.
We urge you, if you have some questions, we are compiling them. Shoot us an email, give us a little comment down below, and make sure you subscribe. We're going to have some great tips, and maybe even have some live events. Ask our viewers what their questions are, some things that maybe we can help clear up for you, get you on the road to the life that you want to live.
All right, so it's time for our small business shout out, one of our favorite things to do. So cheers to these businesses, because they're good. You need to do some business with them when you're in the area. We're going to talk about Amanda S Productions, or maybe Amanda's Productions. I don't know. But either way, Amanda is somebody that you need to know. If you're anywhere really, she'll come to you if you're not. But if you're in the Panama City area, she does balloons, birthday yard art, and these big setups in your yard for somebody's birth or birthday or graduation, anniversary, all these cool things. Amanda will take care of that for you. What else does she do?
Oh my God, she is an amazing live statue. If you need a statue for your event, if you are looking for Minnie Pearl, she does a wonderful Minnie Pearl impersonation, and she is also a fabulous body painter. So she will come with her whole troupe if you need them. She will come alone. Give her a call. Her link is in the bottom. Amanda, we love you.
All right, so our final business is Diamond Computer. Diamond Computer is a Delaware-based company, but they can service you remotely, take care of good stuff. They are really a visionary, so that if you're a small business, you can have big business computing. They will cater that to you. They do service and repair, not just little service and repair, big service and repair. They do networks, they do design, they do project management, all kinds of stuff. With COVID, they've been out wiring and firing schools and doing all kinds of great stuff like that. So see Diamond Computer. Techs are great, Phil is great, they'll take great care of you.
And finally, if you do use any of our businesses, please let them know that Robb and Maureen referred you, and that you saw it here on TheStromads. Tell your friends about us, and keep in contact. Most importantly, hit that subscribe button down there, and ring that bell, so that way you get notice that we are coming on with a new video. We appreciate you guys. We hope you enjoy your week. Drink some good tequila. I think we'll see you back here on another round.
Sounds good.
Cheers.